Hi families, it's Mrs. Davis. I'd like to discuss with you today the subject of homework. Yeah, I know that word sort of brings up some negative feelings, but I'd like to share with you my top tips to help make homework just a little bit more pleasurable for you and your child. So here we go. Number one, environment is really important. So setting up a space, an area where your child can do their homework, make sure that the lighting is good, that things are well lit. Of course, it needs to be quiet and probably a little bit well organized so that your child has room to work, room to write or read, and there's not a lot of clutter. So definitely make sure that you have prepared an environment that makes homework easier and more user-friendly. Okay, another great tip that I think is definitely important is for you to have the right materials and supplies at home so that your child can do their homework successfully. So definitely pencils, erasers, for sure, maybe some spare paper, glue, scissors, crayons, markers. Just have those school supplies available and maybe even have them in a box or a space that is readily available for your child just to grab and go and use. And of course, any digital supplies that your child would need, a computer or a tablet, may also be needed in this digital and technology centered age. So definitely have the right supplies for your child so that they can complete their homework successfully. The next tip is to be supportive, to be available if your child needs help. But of course, also you want to foster independence and you want to create a sense of responsibility within them. So don't do their homework for them. Don't hover over them as they do their homework, but just check on them. Let them know that if they really get stuck, you're available to guide or give them some tips or some strategies, but help them to know that it's their responsibility to complete their homework and that you're going to check on them. And you're going to also check over their work and make sure that it is done correctly and neatly, and that just gives them a sense of accountability that someone knows what they're doing and expects them to do their very best. And of course, help them to get it in the proper place. I use a homework folder, so help them get their homework back into their homework folder so that they can actually bring it to school the next day. So definitely be there, be available, and support them. Let them know that you expect them also to do their homework and to do it correctly. My next tip is also really important. It's timing. You know, you might have your space ready, all of your supplies are there, you're offering that support, but the timing's off. So create a schedule for homework. So you're going to want to pick a time that your child feels good. So maybe when they come home from school and they eat a snack after they've played outside a little while, that might be the right time. Or maybe after they eat a snack, they go right straight and do their homework before they play. So you know your child really well and you know what will work for you and your family. But I really think timing is important. So not too late, not when they've had a long day at school and then they've played and it's 8 o'clock at night and it's time to go to bed and you're like, oh gosh, we need to do your homework. No, you need to have a regular time set up that is scheduled just for homework. And once you get in that routine, your child will expect it. It'll be a regular part of their day and it'll just make things a lot easier. So timing is really important. Well, families, I hope these homework tips have been helpful to you, and I hope that you will be able to put them into practice really soon. Homework can be very beneficial for your child. Of course, they're going to be practicing skills at home that they have worked on at school. That's always great. And you know, when you're building responsibility in your child, you're developing a work ethic that is definitely a life skill. It can help them later on. You know, expecting them to do a job, to do it well, and turn it in on time. You can't go wrong building that kind of quality life skill in your child. And of course, in my classroom, I also give rewards and points for children that do their homework and turn it in on time. And they can when they turn their homework in, they can earn points to go to the prize box. So that's always positive. Again, I hope these tips have been helpful for you. And until next time, keep on doing that homework.